Hi there, I'm Anna, and welcome to Natural English. In this channel, we make real English simple and natural. Let's learn something you can use today.
Hey there, beautiful learners. Welcome back to Natural English with Anna. I'm Anna, and if you're new here, welcome to our amazing community of English learners who want to grow not just their language skills, but themselves as people. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, and I know it's something many of you struggle with too. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I wish I could be more confident, or I wish people would take me more seriously? Well, here's the thing, and this might surprise you. Your personality isn't something you're stuck with forever. It's actually something you can develop, improve, and transform every single day. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Anna, this is just who I am. I can't change. But let me tell you something. You are not a tree. You're not meant to stay rooted in the same place with the same mindset, the same limiting beliefs, and the same habits that hold you back. You are a human being with incredible potential, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock it. So, where do we start this transformation journey? The answer might surprise you. We start by looking inward. You see, most people go through life without ever truly knowing themselves. They wake up, follow their routines, react to whatever life throws at them, and accept whatever version of themselves society has created for them. But here's what I've learned in my years of teaching and personal development. You cannot improve what you don't understand. Think about it. If you wanted to renovate a house, wouldn't you first need to know what condition it's in? The same principle applies to your personality. Self-awareness is your foundation. It's about asking yourself some tough but important questions. Who are you when nobody's watching? What are your real strengths? Not what others tell you, but what you genuinely excel at. What are your weaknesses that you've been avoiding or making excuses for? What truly makes you happy, and what triggers your negative emotions? Now, I want you to think about someone you know who loses their temper quickly. Maybe they always say, "This is just who I am. I have a short fuse." But is it really who they are? Or is it just a pattern they've never questioned? Once they understand that their anger might come from insecurity, past experiences, or learned behavior, they can start working on it. That's the power of self-awareness. Here's what I recommend. Spend time alone with yourself. I know, in our world of constant notifications, endless scrolling, and nonstop entertainment, silence feels uncomfortable. But that's exactly where the magic happens. Try journaling your thoughts, taking quiet walks, or simply sitting with your own mind for a few minutes each day. Now that you're developing self-awareness, let's talk about something that will completely transform how you experience life, your mindset. Here's a truth that took me years to fully understand. Your thoughts create your reality. Whatever you consistently think about and focus on becomes your experience. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine two students preparing for the same difficult exam. Student A thinks, "This is impossible. I'm going to fail. I'm just not smart enough." Student B thinks, "This is challenging, but challenges help me grow. I'll prepare as best I can and learn from whatever happens." Who do you think will perform better? More importantly, who do you think will have a better experience, regardless of the outcome? The second student, of course. Why? because they've trained their mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. But developing a positive mindset isn't about pretending problems don't exist or walking around with fake happiness. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control rather than what you can't. It's about seeing every situation, yes, even the difficult ones, as an opportunity to grow stronger. Here's how you can start building this mindset today. First, become aware of your internal dialogue. Most people don't realize how much negativity they carry in their thoughts. They automatically think, I can't do this, or what if I fail, without even realizing it. Start catching these thoughts and consciously replacing them. Instead of, I can't, try, I'll figure this out. Instead of, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? Second, be intentional about how you start your day. If the first thing you do is check negative news or compare yourself to others on social media, you're filling your mind with toxicity before your day even begins. Instead, try starting with gratitude, positive affirmations, or simply reminding yourself of your goals and capabilities. Now, let's talk about something that can immediately transform how people perceive you: your communication skills. Here's the thing: it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it, when you say it, and sometimes knowing when not to say anything at all. Many people think good communication means being a great speaker, but actually, it starts with being an exceptional listener. Have you ever talked to someone who is just waiting for their turn to speak instead of actually hearing what you were saying? How did that feel? Probably pretty frustrating, right? When you truly listen, I mean really pay attention to understand, not just to respond, something magical happens. People feel valued, they respect you more, and your responses become much more meaningful. Plus, you learn so much more about the people around you. Now, when it is your turn to speak, do it with confidence. Confidence doesn't mean being the loudest person in the room or dominating every conversation. It means believing in what you're saying and expressing yourself clearly. Notice the difference between these two statements. I think maybe we could try this approach, but I'm not sure. Versus, I believe this approach could work because. The second statement shows conviction and clarity. People respond to confidence, and the beautiful thing is, confidence is something you can develop through practice. Your body language is equally important. You can say all the right words, but if your body language doesn't match, people will notice the inconsistency. Stand straight, maintain appropriate eye contact, and use natural gestures. Avoid crossing your arms or looking down while speaking. These signals make you appear less confident than you actually are. Let's dive into something that separates truly impressive people from everyone else: emotional intelligence and self-control. This is about learning to manage your emotions instead of letting them manage you. We all face criticism, disagreements, and challenging conversations. The difference between someone with a strong personality and someone who struggles is how they handle these situations. When someone criticizes you, your first instinct might be to get defensive or react emotionally. But what if I told you that the most powerful response is often to pause, breathe, and respond thoughtfully? Here's what emotional control looks like in practice. Someone gives you feedback that stings a little. Instead of immediately defending yourself or getting upset, You take a moment to consider their perspective. You might say something like, "That's interesting feedback. Let me think about that." This response shows maturity and strength. The same principle applies when you disagree with someone. Instead of immediately arguing or getting heated, you can say, "I see your point. Here's how I view it differently." This approach keeps the conversation productive and shows that you can handle different perspectives with grace. Remember, controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It means acknowledging them and choosing how to respond rather than reacting automatically. This skill alone will dramatically improve how people perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Here's something I want you to remember. Personality development isn't a destination, it's a journey. The most attractive and impressive people are those who never stop growing and learning. They read books, stay curious about the world, and always look for ways to expand their knowledge and skills. Why is this so important for your personality? Because when you're constantly learning, you have more interesting things to contribute to conversations. You feel more confident in various situations because you have knowledge to draw from. You become someone that others want to be around because you bring value to every interaction. Make learning a daily habit. It doesn't have to be complicated. Read for 20 minutes a day, listen to educational podcasts during your commute, or watch documentaries instead of mindless entertainment sometimes. The key is consistency. Also, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Every time you try something new, meet someone different, or challenge yourself in a small way, you're building confidence and expanding your personality. Remember, growth happens outside your comfort zone. Finally, practice makes perfect. No one is born a great communicator or a confident person. The people you admire have worked on these skills consistently over time. Start small. Speak up in meetings, share your thoughts in discussions, express your opinions respectfully. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. So, my dear learners, here's what I want you to do after listening to this episode. Choose one thing we've talked about today and commit to working on it for the next week. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes each day in quiet reflection to build self-awareness. Maybe it's catching your negative thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. Or perhaps it's practicing better listening skills in your conversations. Whatever you choose, remember this. Small, consistent actions lead to big transformations. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just take one step, then another, then another. Your personality is not fixed. You have the power to become the person you want to be. It starts with believing in your ability to grow and change, and then taking action every single day. If this episode helped you, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below sharing which tip resonated with you most, or tell me about a small step you're going to take this week. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our conversations about personal growth and natural English. Remember, you're not just learning English here, you're becoming the best version of yourself. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking with confidence. This is Anna, and I'll see you in the next episode of Natural English with Anna.
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.